This lab is special to me because it really showcases to our customers what we do here at Select. We go through a problem or a condition that they're seeing in the field and use the lab to demonstrate real-world results and capabilities with that issue.
This lab is always trying to be on the cutting edge of research as well as the ability for us to match our customers' needs. We have a deep understanding for what the industry needs at the time and also what the industry is going to want.
A lot of people actually get rid of the lab and the support, while Select is doing the opposite, because we see the value of the lab and we see how that can change our technological advancement as well as customer support and bring the value to them. Actually, we invest more.
The instrumentation that we have here is state-of-the-art and above and beyond what most companies are willing to invest in.
One of the biggest reasons why I really enjoy working at Select Chemistries is because we're more of a chemical manufacturing company. A lot of the other companies in the industry have off-the-shelf products, and they may take a year and a half to develop something and get it fully commercialized, where we have the ability and adaptability to customize products. If there's an issue that they're having on a current well site or they have a problematic water source coming in, we're able to get ahead of those and develop something specifically for their needs. And that's something that we have that nobody else has in the industry.
So our largest product line here at Select are emulsion polymers, which you can see here. To do an emulsion polymer reaction, we take an oil phase and an aqueous phase. We add an emulsifier, which causes the oil and water to come together and not separate. We then take a syringe with our initiator, slowly inject it into our emulsified oil and water phase, and that allows our monomers to link together in order to create a polymer. Having the right emulsion polymer is crucial for your overall well production. Once reactions for the emulsion polymer is finished, we take it through a series of tests. Those tests include measuring friction reduction on a flow loop or even looking at the performance through microfluidics testing.
Flow loop testing really deals with, is the polymer compatible in the water? Is it going to be able to handle the stress conditions that are present? The instrument behind me is a Chandler 6500 friction reduction loop. It is used for assessing our polymers for downhole capacity for friction reduction. That usually entails lowering the pressure, sand carrying capacity, and also full package assessment at the end where we are able to see if we have full compatibility with our package. So for liquid polymer, it's an injection. For dry polymer, for slurries, for guars, things of that nature, we do a pre-hydration and then we add it to the system. We usually can go up to about 120, 130 degrees Fahrenheit for testing and pretty close to freezing in terms of temperature, so we're able to assess our polymer stability in different conditions.
Whenever we bring customers into the lab, it's always been a very positive reaction. So whenever they come in, they always leave with excitement because they're seeing things that they don't normally see, say, in other labs. Microfluidics being one of those.
Microfluidics is a cutting-edge technology that was really kind of developed a couple years ago. It's giving a visual look of what's going on downhole.
It provides more benefits to our customers to understand the chemical package performance in the reservoir condition. We're trying to simulate a porous media that is simulating the reservoir. So we're etching microscale or even nanoscale channels onto the silicon-based wafer, so we can inject frac fluid, formation water, and crude oil inside the chip to see the interactions. So we use the chip to simulate the whole procedure from completion to production. In that case, we can minimize the damage and maximize the production.
Most people, when they test, they show graphs and charts and papers. This one is actually a microscope of what it looks like going on inside of your formation. And that can really help you see what's going on with your well and see a solution in real time and how it's affecting change in your specific wellbore.
Our polymer chemists routinely travel from the lab to the production plant to ensure that the polymer is meeting the correct specifications. We have many quality control checkpoints to ensure that the product that we create in the lab is what you will receive on site. We do this to ensure that the product that you receive is exactly what you need.
The value of the lab is, you're able to build those longer term relationships with your customers, and you're able to build trust and credibility by showing off the capabilities that we have within our lab. So whenever we bring customers in the lab, we always make a point to have the lab personnel here. That way they can ask questions, and that's when you really find the core issue of the problems, and then also what they're worried about in the future.
It's really important to forecast what we're going to be doing in the future and have a solution for that. We can look into our massive water database and take a look at all of the different conditions we encounter in our infrastructure projects, in our water treatment projects, in our applications of transferring water. The lab utilizes all of that information to come up with solutions that we can then implement for current projects and future projects. We can give answers in as soon as 24 hours, depending on their testing need or criteria that not a lot of labs could offer in our space. It really gives us a capability and a real-time application.
It's not just the lab, it's the people within the lab. It's the people running the pieces of machines, it's the people that are leading that group.
We have a geologist, chemist, chemical engineer, reservoir engineer. We put together a team with a whole bunch of experts in different areas. That's how we can think outside the box and come up with things which can push the boundary.
That only happens by continuously doing research, by continuously doing assessment of the products, by going back and revising old products, by continuing to ask the customer what it is they want every time instead of just giving them cookie cutter recommendations, never treating them like they're just another customer, but they're always our first and foremost, most important customer. That is something that this company thrives on and excels with.
The innovation that this team puts out on a month-to-month basis is why the lab at Select Chemistry stands above the rest.